Good morning, my lovelies. How are you today? I'm cold. Like, calendar says spring, but I think Mother Nature said, oh, hold on, I'm not ready. I need another month. And as a woman, I could generally understand that, but no. Now I'm like, bitch, you need to hurry up. It's cold. Anyways, that's how I am. Thank you for being here. My name is Erin. This is Ageless Beauty with Erin. And we're doing a get ready with me look. That's pretty much been my sole videos recently. And I try new makeup, do different looks, play around, sometimes just get on here and talk. So thank you for being here. I hope you follow, hit like, share, all that good stuff. And today we do have a couple new things that we're going to work with, not on. So, here is, I am working today with the Natasha Denona Mini Bronze. I have wanted to buy the big bronze for the longest time, but I really couldn't convince myself I needed it because I have so many other neutral bronzy browns palettes. So I thought, well, here's a way I can get my fix without buying the whole palette. So I am very glad I did. I mean, there's a new light up here. She's beautiful. So we're going to be trying it and giving it a shot. You all know by now I love Natasha Denona. Like, it is one of my favorite brands. Also, she could be a little pricey, so I try not to do only Natasha Denona on here. But I catch myself buying these minis now. And this is my 4th mini. And it seems to be great because I can put all the minis in a to-go kit. And yeah, I'm really kind of addicted to them at this point. I only have one that I'm questioning if I really like or not. It's okay. It happens. I'm glad I didn't buy the full palette. But this one is a beaut. Just beautiful. This is also, I really love this color scheme. I wear a lot of browns normally, and this is beautiful. Okay, I'm not going to keep saying it's beautiful. I have one more thing we'll get to when I do my face. But for now, shall we proceed? And as always, I will list everything that I use down below so you can see. If you have any questions on the products, let me know. Be glad to help. And as always, if you have any recommendations for a product you'd like for me to try or a look you would like for me to try, let me know. Send me a message and we'll see what we can do. So, I need to quit saying so. I get that. I've heard it a couple times now. But when I'm using new products, I like to give it the best chance to succeed. And in this case, that means my eye primer that I live by. So it's the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And it is my favorite. It's my favorite. So we're just going to go in, and like I said, I'm going to try to use almost all of it. We'll see. I'm thinking lid, transition, crease, corner, and then maybe put a little bit of that in there too. So we're just going to kind of go ahead and do the lid. I've started doing things a little different by carving out my lid first. I've got these on my shirt that is hitting everything. Alright, so we're going to just put the lighter color on my lid. And it's actually a little bit darker than I expected. I used that, you can see the fallout on it. That's the one I'm using, and it looks a little bit, that's okay. But I'm just putting it on the lid and set the lid. And then I will take, which I need to make sure I'm careful with, because if this one was a little bit darker than I thought it was, then my transition might be too. So just kind of a heads up for myself. What do y'all think? It's a good lid color. Okay, I'll save that. Right now I don't have anything on this, but I'm just going to kind of blend it out a little bit. And I'm going to, man, you know, this is the color I use for the transition. This is what it actually looks like. So I'm just using very little of that. I wish it was a little bit paler for the lid. Like I said, it's not bad. But I use very little there to transition and shade that out, or blend that out. Now, like I said, I was kind of concerned, so I don't want to do too much. But this color here is beautiful. We're going to use that in the crease. And, okay, I apologize. When I started this video, I wasn't having any issues with sinuses or anything. And then all of a sudden, just here in the last few minutes, it wants to act a fool. What am I doing? I had something out. Did I? Thought I did. I might not have. Okay. Anyways. And my little clicker just finally gave up and quit working, so I had to change the battery. So I'm going in with this color, and like I said, I'm going to kind of do a little bit lighter because pigmentation doesn't seem to be a problem with this palette, which is great. Everybody likes a good pigmented palette. I just hope, because things are, I might have to like lighten this because of the way, I don't want it all to be muddy. Does that make sense? So I think I will here just a minute figure out how to lighten that up. Well, you know what? I won't, because I'm going to put that little shimmer on top of it. Normally, I'd want that lighter. So. Oh. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, hope everybody's been having a good week. It's been good here. I really don't like the fact that the weather got cold again. And I mean, I literally stay cold anymore. Didn't used to, but I will say, and I make a joke of this all the time, but when I lost weight, I lost my winter coat. So I'm always cold because of it. So I don't know. It is what it is. I make do. Socks and heated blankies and a couple other things like that really go a long way. I even have a heated blanket for my car, which I've kind of found to be useless. I mean, just simply because in my car I'm usually driving. But I carry it, you know, somebody's with me and they get cold, whatever, you know. Okay, I'm kind of worried that that all looks pretty similar, so I'm going to go on in and do this shimmer, because then I'm going to just deep in the corners. So I am getting it a little bit wet. I have found that her shimmers do better when it's a little wet. And let's just pop it in here. Does that help any? I don't know. It's a pretty shimmer. Some of her shimmers like are in your face beautiful, and the others are very subtle. There's room in my life for both. It's just I have to figure it out, what is what, so I can plan accordingly. So this one looks like it's going to be a subtle shimmer, kind of like that gold one in that one palette I have that I was working with. This one doesn't look to have a shift, so I was kind of moving back and forth to see if there's like a shift. That excuse me, the gold that I had, that when I put on, I thought was awful until I started moving, using my finger, and then I'm like, oh, it shifts. There's a little bit of green in there, and I mean that's the whole key to this, is finding out. Okay, what each one does and how it works, and that's actually very pretty. I did, I put it on and then I packed it a little bit with my fingers, and I think that was the right way to go. Now let's blend it out again. I'm a blender. I like to make sure everything's blended. Now, as you saw when I did that, I didn't do any in the corner here. And that's because I'm going to go in and put in this darker color and deepen . Okay. Nice. So a few things. Personally, I would use a different transition because it's just way too dark in my opinion. And I might grab one now. No, I won't, will ya? Yeah, I will. It won't be the one I thought I was going to grab because it's put up for a look I'm doing. So I'll just grab another one. And I'm just going to go in, if I can. I'm losing my mind. Like, what the heck? I put something down and then I'm like, what did I do with that? So I'm just using a neutral and I want to just kind of buff that out a little bit. I do like this corner color. It's a very pretty color. And it contrasts nicely with the shimmer. I just wish the rest of it looked a little better. My phone's going crazy. It is so early still because I got meetings. So I was trying to get done early. And people are like, I don't care how early it is. I need you. Okay. Let's just clean this up a little bit. It's not too bad. here in the corner where my fat fingers don't fit. Okay. Yeah. Now, make sure I don't have anything on said fat fingers, and put a little bit more eye cream under so it can set and be ready for face makeup. I like to put it on and let it set as long as possible to really soak in. And I put it on before I do my eyes, which helps. And when I have to wipe some off, I like to add more. Okay, so what do you think? I do think I would have liked a little bit lighter on top, but playing with it for the first time, this is kind of where you get to understand what it is. The product itself really worked well. I am going to put glue on my lashes as we discuss it, but I thought it worked really well, blended nicely. It's a lot more pigmented than you think. That was my only shock. And the light colors are not as light as one would appear. Just, and it's okay. Like I said, you just kind of deal with it and move on. But it was, I was expecting a little bit lighter. Okay, so I wore these lashes yesterday. So I need to put my I'm blind glasses on. Clean these up. I should have done that before I started, but I didn't, and I'm sorry. And I'm just taking this and I'm peeling off excess glue. I mean, and I'm shaking. Why am I shaking? God, my body is just betraying me. There's no need for me to be shaking. No need at all. But my body says, yes, there is. We just won't tell you why. The traitor. Okay. Now, put some glue on it and I'll work on the other one. And I'll do this off camera so it doesn't take up all your time. Okay. They are glued. And we are ready to proceed. And I do have my power liner. And we're just going to put a thin layer. I am shaking. I really don't know why. I really don't like it. But it might be one of those things. You just don't know why. Now I'm going to put some, there's something going on with me. Well, I mean, obviously, there's something going on with me. You all know, those of you that have been following me for a while, and you guys don't even know how much I appreciate that. But, yeah, there's obviously something going on with me. But in this case, I mean, I was freezing, now I'm hot, and I am shaky. Should make for, I'm glad it started after I started doing my lashes, because the lashes, or not lashes, but the eyes and lashes, I should say. Oh, look at that. Nice, Erin. Yeah, we'll clean that up real quick. Should have let the mascara dry a little bit more. They want you to use that this heated wand almost immediately after you put your mascara on, which is what I do. Every once in a while, though, I make a mess of it like I just did. Here's the thing, you guys. Nobody's really going to see it because of the lashes. But I will tell you as I'm doing it, because Yeah, I'm not perfect. And I constantly make mistakes like that. Just so you know who you're dealing with. Imperfect Erin. Should have been the name of my YouTube channel. But we did Ageless Beauty. And the reason I did Ageless Beauty, for those of you that might be new, there's a couple reasons. The main reason is I see so many of these beautiful women doing makeup, and I follow them and I love them, and you know, I support them, cheer them on, as we should as women. And well, I won't say that. I truly believe it doesn't matter, man, woman, whatever, everybody should be cheered on. So, but they're young. Like, most of them that I watch, maybe in their 30s now, if that. I've been watching them for a while. And you know, here I am, not in my 30s, and actually older 40s, and what they do just doesn't always work for me. My skin's different than theirs, you know. I've got thin under eyes from age and some creases and wrinkles and, you know, age spots and stuff. And so I wanted a channel that could be for, you know, everybody, no matter your age, and to show you you can do whatever you want. Makeup is powerful. And to do how you want it, when you want it. Don't let any beauty standard or norms tell you otherwise. And I also don't use filters. You don't, if you see me on a filter, you're going to see me with like bunny ears or kitty cat whiskers. I don't do filters. I just find it dishonest and not true to me. I mean, I love Snapchat. I have, you know, a couple streaks going. I get on it every day and I send those. And I don't even use filters on them. But when I do play with the filters, I'm like, ooh, look how thin my face is and my jawline. But that's great. But life isn't a filter. And I just don't feel like it's fair. And I'm not really dissing anybody, so please don't think I am. But I just don't think it's fair for me to come on here and try to show you products and you're not really getting to see them because it's so heavily filtered. So my lighting sucks 90% of the time. I don't do heavy edits. So when you see me screw up, you see me screw up. I don't know. I just try to be real. And that's what I want. And that's what I want to watch. I want someone that's real. So I hope that's what you see when you watch these videos. I really do. That is the goal. Plus I love playing with makeup. So when I can try new products or when I can try a new look, then give me a reason to dress up. Give me a reason to pull out all the stops. Please. I love it. Okay. Eye is done. The eyes are done. Eyes are done. Okay. I like it. I think the shimmer just kind of peaks enough that it looks intriguing. So, like I said, this right here is just a little bit darker than I prefer, but it doesn't look bad. So I do like this palette. I won't buy the full-size palette because I really won't need it. But if I had bought it, I can tell that I'd probably use it often. And I've got a ton of her full-size palettes. So it was just, I bought the neutral one, the Biba. And then I convinced myself that I didn't need the others because of that. And I probably don't. But what the heart wants, the heart wants. Okay. Now on to face. So, I've got so much stuff. And I'm hoping I'm not making a racket from this new microphone. Guess we'll see. Okay, so my second new item is the Smashbox Primerizer Plus. It is a triple hyaluronic acid silkscreen complex. So, first of all, Smashbox. Yeah, it's always a win for me. I've got, I think I told you this the last video, but we'll talk about it again. I've got the original Smashbox. Now I've got the hyaluronic. I've got the illuminating. And I've got the matte. I think that's all. That might be all they have. So, no, they actually, nope, I got another one. I got the, I don't know where it's at. I used it the other day. It's the orange one. It's the color correcting one. I bought the red one because there's one for if you have, you know, a red in your face. For my daughter, I didn't use it. But, yeah. So, we're going to try this today. Like I said, Smashbox is one of my all-time faves. So it goes on, and I feel like it's not quite like the illuminizing, but I feel like it gives you a glow. It is thinner than the original. So the original, this is more serum-like. The original is more silicone-y feel. I'm not going to say that's what it is. It's the best way I can describe how it feels. But I do feel like this gives me a glow. So maybe that's a good thing, right? Okay. But I'm using it with, I have two favorite foundations that I pretty much use 90% of the time. And honestly, the one I'm not using today is the one I use the most. But we're going in with the Tarte Foundcelear. Love this stuff. I just really love the Lancome one and use it 90% of the time. But I wanted to use a foundation that I know is a good foundation for this primer to see how it looks. Now, I don't feel like it really did anything for my pores. Like the other primer, the original, I feel like really is smoothing and blurring. So that I don't think it's smooth and blurred because I feel like I can really see these pores. I'm not going to do anything about it. I was thinking about maybe adding the original primer in here, and I didn't get enough foundation, but we'll start with this. Try to see if I can blur it out with the original on top of it, but I'm not going to because that kind of defeats the purpose of trying it, doesn't it? So we'll get our foundation on and we'll see what we think. I don't know. I think this light here might be too much. I don't think it's too much. I think it might be in the wrong location. I will play with that for next video. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it literally just kind of sunk into my pores. There was nothing there, like no barrier. I mean, it looks good, but I think a lot of that has to do with the foundation too. I don't know. Maybe it didn't say. Maybe I should have put the primer on and let it sit longer. Maybe it's one of those that I should have put the primer on and then sprayed with setting spray to help it. But that's why we're trying it. I want to see also how it lasts throughout the day. Do I feel plumped and beautiful, or do I feel, you know, that it's not helping? Okay. Yeah, I don't really think it did too much for the pores. I don't know if I can scoot in any closer to let you all see. But, they don't look bad. They just didn't. When I use Smashbox, I'm having trouble saying that. I have this expectation, and it didn't really. I don't know. Let's give it a chance. Let's give it a chance. Okay, the foundation does look good though. I just feel like right through here you can really see the pores, which worries me a little bit putting on concealer, because is it going to accentuate those areas as well? So we'll see. I'm going in pretty lightly with the concealer just because I don't want it to be just what I stated. I don't want it to show. I am a makeup brush fanatic. Like, I really like the brushes. The sponges all have their uses, and I use them to help. But like doing that with this eye with the sponge, I feel like, or starting it with the sponge. I like to finish with the sponge. I shouldn't have started it with the sponge. Okay, let's see. This primer, or not this primer, this concealer is kind of iffy for me. I don't know why. I just feel like it didn't really do anything. Oh well, it's on. And I don't want to, add more anything, because where I do have the fine lines and the thinner skin under here, it can really show. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to leave it. My hair's a wild mess today, ain't it? Okay. So let's do some bronze or contour, bronzing, blushing. We'll do it all. So this is one of those you have to turn, and it's always such a mess when I turn it. But thankfully, I have learned to keep a towel handy. That way, I don't wear it. So, let's see. Trying to find where I want to contour. Right along the bone, really. And go under it. Alright, how's that look? We'll do okay. Just some definition. Like I said, I'll go in and do bronze on top of it to really make it pop. But have music playing in my head. I have music playing in my head 90% of the time. So, it's kind of my escape anymore when I don't want to deal with what's going on. Listen to some music, boogie around, and I don't have to deal. Too bad I can't play music and do this with you guys because I would have so much fun. But I get why you can't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's wrong. I actually agree that you shouldn't use somebody's stuff without their prior knowledge, consent, and if there's a kickback or anything, which there's not on this channel, they should be a part of it. I agree with that. Okie dokie. Blush. Again, let's squeeze it. Get it ready. I have a new brush for blush. And so far I really like it. I'm going to say this, but I'm a brush whore. Like, I love good makeup brushes, and I have so many of them. So I almost didn't buy this, but I've been using one brush for this liquid blush. God, that's hard. And I like it, but it has to be washed sometime, right? So I needed a secondary, and this Rare Beauty blush is really nice. I had heard Rare Beauty had some really good blush or blushes. No, I did it wrong again. They have some really good brushes, makeup brushes, but I had never bought them. So lo and behold, I saw it while I was reordering. I don't even know what I was reordering, but I was reordering something on Sephora. Saw it and I'm like, you know what? I had already been thinking that I needed something because my poor brush was just being used and used too much. So anyways, okay, here's the look. What you think? What you like? Let me know. Do you like it? I do. So I'm curious how the primer is going to hold, because I already feel like this area here is just poor. And curious how it holds. The of course, the blush, the bronze, all that, I absolutely love. The eyes, I really do like it. I can see this being a palette that I use a lot. So, yeah. And the best part, when you have little ones like this, you can mix and match them. So, all my others over there. Okay, lips. And then we are done. And then I have to leave. I have to check all these messages I've been getting. Then I have to leave. Something nice and neutral. I didn't want to offset or go too wild. So, here we are. What do you think? Let me know. I do feel like either this new light is giving me a glow, or something I'm wearing is giving me a glow. I don't know if I turn it off. Maybe that was the one I needed. That's better. Is it? I don't know. It's off. No, I feel like I got a glow. I don't have highlight on, which I'm glad I didn't with, you know, the glow that I'm having. Okay, thank you guys. I love you. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts. You can leave a comment. You can private message me. I'm available. I would love to talk. Let me know if you have anything that you've been eyeing and want to see what it looks like. I'll be glad to look into picking it up and trying it out. So, for today, that's it. Again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.